What's up, everybody? This is John with some urban discipleship. I love hymns. As you can see, shout out to my wife for setting up the chord throughout the devotions. But there's this one contemporary hymn that I love a lot, and it says, "How deep the Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a wretch His treasure." It's important on this Good Friday as we think about the death of Jesus Christ that we understand that, yes, it satisfies the wrath of God. And we also have to think that, yes, we remember, yes, that it also frees us from the slave market of sin. But what we cannot forget is that in Jesus' death on the cross, the love of God is made manifest to us all. I just want you to hear it from the Apostle John himself. He says, "By this the love of God was manifested in us, that God has sent His only begotten Son into the world so that we might live through Him. And this is love, not that we loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son to be the propitiation for our sins." What you have to understand is that when Jesus dies on the cross, it is a clear display of God's love for each and every one of us. There's just two evidences in this passage that of God's love, and the very first one is that we see God's love for us in the costliness of the gift. Notice what He gives. The text says that we see God's love in that He gave us His only begotten Son. He didn't give us just anything. He didn't just throw something together, but He gave us His very best. Jesus, according to Hebrews 1, is the radiance of God's glory. Jesus is the exact representation of God's nature. Colossians says that He is before all things, that in Him all things hold together. Understand that when we were given Jesus, we were given God's best. But it's just not that. When we look at these verses, we see the love of God in that He initiates salvation. He came toward us. The scriptures are clear. We could not even comprehend the gospel. We weren't ever going to be good enough. We didn't have the moral capacity to get it right. But He came to us. Not that we loved Him, but that He first loved us. He moved toward us. Paul says in Ephesians, but God, He's the one that He intervened. And how did He intervene? He gave us Jesus. And what's the purpose of Him giving us His Son? So that we might see that He loves us, and so that He might build a bridge from earth to bright glory, so that we might live through Him. So it's Good Friday. What better way to get it right? What better way to fall on your knees and to say, "Lord, forgive me," and cling tightly to the cross of Jesus Christ. I thank the Lord that He loved me enough to give me Jesus. And I pray that you will see His love in the cross as well. I need you to do two things: love God and each other.